Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelby and today I want to talk about 5 series that I've already started that I really want to finish this year. Some are romance, some are thriller series, so I'm just going to hop right into it. So the first book series I have to talk about is the Crossfire series by Sylvia Day. I currently only have the first 3, but there's 5 in the series. I already read Bared to You and Reflected in You, and this series is about this couple who is kind of like 50 Shades of Grey minus the super kink. So it's definitely an erotica novel series, and I really liked the first 2. It follows this really rich entrepreneur and this young kind of innocent girl, but luckily in regard to this main character, I find that she's much more independent and has much more strong will than the main character of 50 Shades of Grey. But the next one I have to read is Entwined with You, and I've just been meaning to get to it, and the next 2 is Captivated by You and One with You, and they've just been sitting on my shelves and I don't know why I haven't picked it up. I read these 2 like super close together, but this one's just been sitting on my shelves, so I really want to get to it, and these are just rated so high on Goodreads and I loved the first 2, so don't know what I'm waiting for. And then the next one I have to talk about is by Jennifer Probst, and it is a trilogy. It is the Billionaire Builders series, and I read the first 2. It was Everywhere and Every Way. I already read this one, and then Anytime, Any Place. And then the third one is All or Nothing at All, and this is the only one I haven't read. It is about 3 different brothers who work together at a construction business, and each book is about a different brother, and this one follows Tristan. And these books are basically like romance meets like a DIY HGTV Property Brothers TV show, and I liked the first 2. I didn't love them, and so I think that's what's been making me not want to finish it, but I do want to get through it because I've heard her other books are really good and I don't want to kind of like leave this series hanging. But yeah, definitely want to get to this one soon. And then the next one I have to talk about is a 4-part series, and I've read book number 1 and I own book number 2, and it is The Mavericks Tackle Love by Max Monroe, and this is about teammates on the New York Mavericks football team. And the first book is about the quarterback, and it is called Wildcat, and I loved that one. I think I gave it like 4.5 or 5 stars. And the second one is about the wide receiver, and the book is called Pick 6. Then number 3 is Trick Play, and number 4 is Fourth and Girl. And these are just steamy sports romances that I found the first one to be really good, and so I just want to breeze through them this year. Really enjoyed this series so far. And then the next one I have to talk about is by Terry Blackstock, and it is the If I Run series. So I only read the first book, If I Run, but then the second is If I'm Found, and the third is If I Live. And these are rated really high. I don't know how I feel about this series, but I definitely want to finish it because I own it. But with this one, it's about a girl who she discovers her best friend is dead, and she in the murder scene, and so she flees because she thinks that the police are going to blame her for the murder even though she didn't do it. So she's on the run, so the police are looking for her, and the family of the murdered hires this ex-military guy to find her, and it's also kind of a romance between her and that guy. So it's like a romantic suspense as well as Christian fiction. So it's like all of it wrapped into one. And I didn't find it like very suspenseful. I found it to be okay. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. But I am curious about the romance more so than like the suspense. I don't know. I'm curious about it, but I was not super hooked on this. And I think that's why I haven't picked up the next 2 yet. But they are pretty short and they read really fast. And then the last one I have to talk about is the Will Trent series by Karen Slaughter. I'm not going to pull all my books down. I'll just put a photo over here. I've read the first 6 books, and I have 2 left physically until number 9 comes out. And I really want to get all of the current ones out of the way before number 9 comes out. I think it's in like August, because I love this series so much, and I have been putting off book number 7. I don't know why. I love this series. I've given almost all of them 5 stars, but I'm not really sure what's preventing me from finishing it. I think it's just I don't want it to be over yet. So the first one is Triptych, then there's Fractured, and then there's Undone, Broken, Fallen, Criminal, Unseen, The Kept Woman, and then the one coming out in August is The Last Widow. If you haven't read this series, I would highly recommend it. I would recommend the Grant County series first because they kind of mesh, and so you don't want to read Will Trent and then the Grant County. And the Grant County has 6 books and Will Trent has so far 8 and then a 9th coming out. Karen Slaughter is amazing. These books are amazing. I don't feel like I need to go into too much detail because I talk about them on my channel all the time, but yeah, definitely want to get to that one. So those are 5 series I definitely want to get finished this year. Just want to, some of them I want to unhaul and get them off my shelves, make room for new books, and kind of just like wrap them up. So let me know if you've read any of these series down below, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.